A Guide to the Good Life by William Irvine. Fabulous work. Um, it presents the Stoic philosophy. That's basically what it's about. With very good updates, if you will, and apart from an introduction to some of the main ideas, the author tries to cook up, if you allow me, a new recipe to add ingredients from the Stoics, the major thinkers, Seneca, Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and bring him some of his own ideas into this century. He does complain is not the word. We don't complain when we talk about Stoics, but he just observes, let's say, observes that in the world of today you learn a lot about philosophy, but you don't learn how to do something in practice, how to apply ideas. You don't have a school of philosophy like in the old days, the days of Seneca and the others. Speaking of Seneca, by the way, I have received some mixed signals recently, if I'm not wrong, but Russell, in his History of Philosophy, is a bit skeptical on this issue. The image I receive, but then again I may be negative, it's not what happens, it's what you make of what happens, to refer to the Stoics, so who knows. But the feeling I have is that Seneca taught one thing and did the other. He spoke about frugality, giving up many of the things of the world as not important, fame, fortune, and all that. But at the same time, he was one of the richest men and a bit of a hypocrite. That's not a conclusion, that's just a thought which was generated from some other misinterpretation of mine, most likely. Actually, Irvine, the author, very good author of this excellent work, A Guide to the Good Life, and a good guide to the good life it is, he makes the opposite case. Seneca was successful. He was one of the first investment bankers. He managed to do well in politics, and he is the best example, if you will, role model of what you can make if you apply Stoicism in your life. That may be. In fact, it's good to have two opposite points of view, dialectical approach, and see what happens. And it may be so. In fact, one of the keys to this Guide to the Good Life is, in the beginning, a major theme, an important contribution, is the fact that the author, reestablishes a balance, and he corrects a misinterpretation. Stoicism was associated with asceticism more and cynicism. This is not Stoicism is not cynicism, even if it has some roots there, and it doesn't promote a life of total abstinence, of giving up everything and going on the mountain, in the monastery, on whatnot. On the contrary, the idea is, do not wish for more, wish what you already have. That's I like that. That's a key element. I wish we can apply this here in this abode, and I wish my family listens to this, or better still, reads the Stoics, because then if we don't wish for what we already have and wish for more and more, we are never satisfied. That's what happens in many places, including around here. They add more, they have 20 orchids, but they want another 5, and so on and so on an endless circle, a rat race. What's very also striking and fabulous is the fact that this ancient theory is proved in practice. Positive psychology today has demonstrated that indeed a key to happiness, tests and research demonstrates that we have to be grateful for what we have. And I don't know about fame. Fame is also an unfortunate desire which doesn't bring well-being, life satisfaction, quite often the contrary. But anyways, speaking of fortune, accumulating material things is wrong. Studies have been made. I will give this just this example and then end with this. On those who win the lottery. They win the lottery, millions of dollars I'm speaking, not $50 or so, winning tickets. And then most people think, if I only win the lottery. Well, it turns out that those who win are tested. And it's shown, proven that in fact their happiness increases, true, for a few months, but then it comes back to the base level. They're as happy as they used to be. That's the idea. So we adapt, that's hedonic adaptation. And again, I want to emphasize and repeat this. It's marvelous to see how the ancient Stoics are confirmed by today's science. Okay, read it and enjoy. Later out.